Hi, I'm Kylie Kier, and I would like to thank you for coming to the presentation today. I'm going to be talking to you about laptops used in the classroom and why they benefit the students more than hurt them. In the last 15 years, technology has skyrocketed both in society and in the classroom. Teachers are always trying to find new ways to integrate technology in the classroom because it's becoming so big out in the workforce. 15 years ago, schools started buying desktop computers, and they were placing them in rooms, which was called the computer lab. And then they started getting grants for laptops, but the entire school would share the laptops. Now, if you walk into a classroom, you're usually going to find that each student has their own computer, which is pretty awesome because with a personal computer, you can do so much with it. So they're starting to move away from computer labs and having to share laptops to having their own personal computer to have that one-on-one environment. So today, I'm going to be talking about the pros. So state assessment improvements. Schools have seen a huge improvement in state achievement tests by using laptops in the classroom. Students are more engaged and enthusiastic to do their work if they are allowed to use a laptop. Students' outlook on laptops. A study of middle school students participating in the Maine Laptop Initiative showed that 80% of students would rather use their laptops. 75% of students think laptops help get them more organized. And 70% of students thought laptops improved the quality of their work. 80% said they were more likely to edit their work with a laptop. 70% of students thought laptops make school more interesting. And 70% said they felt more involved with school with a laptop. Students are actually getting excited to go to school and learn when they know they are getting to work with their laptops. Being able to learn through your laptop is way better than listening to some boring lecture that you tune out and get nothing out of. Another pro is better attendance and less dropouts. Studies have shown that since schools integrated laptops into the classroom, that there has been less absentee rates, student absences, and less dropouts. Just think, if by simply buying a laptop improves all of those things, why in the world would you not do that? It also helps kids with special needs. Students that have special needs can benefit tremendously from laptops. For example, if a student has trouble grasping a pencil and they struggle with it quite a bit, well, now if they might be able to type better, so then you completely eliminate the whole grabbing the pencil thing. And also, it's easier for them usually to take notes rather than write it, pencil and paper. World's ready. Technology is everywhere. If you don't know how to work technology, the chances of you getting a job are very, very slim, because technology is everywhere in our society. Technology helps qualify those students getting jobs in our society. Getting experience with technology at a young age will help you beyond your wildest dreams. One of the most improved benefits of laptop programs is the increased 21st century skills, which I strongly believe in. Some of the cons, like to every pro, there's usually a few cons that you need to be aware of. As a teacher, you need to teach your kids about plagiarism. Now that students have access to laptops, the internet plagiarism has seemed to increase. A study done by Pew Internet and American Life Project found that 55% of college presidents said they noticed an increase in plagiarism over the last few decades. And 89% of that group said technology was a major role in why they saw this increase. It is a lot easier for students just to copy and paste information from the internet than it was to copy something like by hand. Because on the internet, you just go there, copy it, paste it, and it's done within seconds. Students should be taught that plagiarism at a young age is very bad, and that there are severe consequences if you do it. There are easy ways to detect plagiarism now. Most colleges use what they call SafeAssign. I know here at Fort Hays we use SafeAssign, and a lot of the teachers like it because it tells you, when you use SafeAssign, it tells you exactly where the information came from or how much of it has been copied, and then they determine whether or not if it's too much or too little. It makes the teacher's life a lot easier. Safety. The internet can be very safe, but it can also be very, very bad if you don't use it correctly. Students need to know that the internet isn't always good. Social media sites can get you in a lot of trouble. I don't care if it's with sexual predators or you adding students on your Facebook page. It can get you in trouble. There are many predators out there, so if you have children, you need to watch them because those predators, they're looking for them. It is very important that we teach students how to be safe on the internet to try to avoid some of those problems. Cyberbullying, the last few years, this has become huge and is causing a lot of problems for a lot of students. Cyberbullying happens every day, and it has impacted our society in a very negative way. There are more suicides since this cyberbullying started. Some people think it's easier to bully online than actually saying it to your face, which it is. You're big and bad when you're online because you don't have to actually face them. So that's another negative thing. Cyberbullying can cause a lot of problems at school, which is why the school staff should do all they can to learn about how to prevent cyberbullying in their schools. Monitoring laptops. This is where you get in trouble. Laptops in the classroom can be very beneficial, but if you don't monitor them correctly, they can really hurt it. Some students may be goofing off on the computer instead of taking notes or working on an assignment. It is important to walk around the room when the students are using their laptops to check and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. It also helps if you have a school technician, if they block Facebook and Twitter and social media sites so the students stay on task better because they're not allowed to get on those sites. A lot of people are worried about the expense. So laptops for every student can be very expensive, about $250 per student. But there are grants you can write to help pay for some of them. There are also some companies that will allow you to make monthly payments rather than spending all that money up front. So that helps a little bit. Some parents will even go to the extreme to buy their own child a laptop so they can be in this own personalized laptop like program. It's pretty neat. Some people think it's very expensive, but what they don't understand is that only 1.5% of our total educational budget will go towards laptops. Like, we have a huge educational budget that we can use. So, I mean, if laptops are something that we would really like, then we can. Tech support. I feel it's very important to have someone in your school system that is handy with computers. Computers can sometimes get confusing and may frustrate a lot of people if they aren't operating correctly. Technicians help install programs, uninstall, upgrade, put virus protections on it, repair computers, etc., etc. By having a technician in the building, it will save a lot of time and a lot of headaches for students and administrators. New parts, like everything breaks down and eventually needs something new. Technology is great, but it isn't perfect. All things at some point will need to be repaired. Parts for computers can get pricey. When they start getting expensive, that's when you should decide, do we keep putting money back into the same laptop or should we upgrade to a newer one? So I know a lot of schools debate back and forth with them, but I mean, if your laptop's getting dated, you might as well just start over. And most laptops do come with a year warranty, so if you have problems with that laptop during that year, the original company should be able to help you out with that. The teacher's outlook on it. First, they were very intimidated by the technology, and they thought the students would know more about technology than they would. Most of them were like, how do I work this? They were often frustrated and would get angry because they just felt like it was overwhelming. Where people get in trouble is that they're scared to click buttons. On a computer, you need to explore. I mean, if you do something wrong, like, usually we can fix it. Another thing is that teachers did not want to incorporate laptops into their lesson plans. Like, once you're set in stone and have a schedule, you usually don't like to change it. But once they started changing, they really liked it. So beyond all that, now teachers love laptops. It's a great review for students. There's tons of games on the computer that students can go to for review. There's sites like Moodle and Blackboard where teachers can post all their information up there and students can access it at home. Another thing is it keeps the students occupied, so if the teacher needs to work with other students that may aren't like grasping the concept, then the students that can be occupied by the laptops. It can make classes go a lot more smoothly, and you can get I feel like you can get a lot of things done by using laptops in the classroom. Laptops beforehand. I think this is crucial. Allowing teachers to get laptops about 6 months before the student is very beneficial, because then the teacher knows how to work the programs on the computer and knows how the computer works, because a PC and a Mac are completely different. And by having the teacher know, like, they can explain to the students how everything works and what websites to go to, and it just makes the transition a lot easier. Seminars are another big thing. Many schools send their teachers to technology seminars because most administrators know how important it is, or important technology is to our society. Having many technology training sessions during teachers in service are also very helpful, because technology is always changing, and I feel like we should really we need to have our teachers really educated on computers. Technology experts advise student districts to spend at least 30% of their technology budget in training on teachers to make a difference in their teaching and learning. So that is huge. Our school curriculum, we need to modify the curriculum. So need to modify the curriculum to incorporate the technology. We need a laptop policy. Need to come up with a strict laptop policy so the students and staff know what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. You should probably have somebody monitor what sites the students are getting on, and some of the sites need to be blocked because they aren't school appropriate. Overall, laptops are very beneficial to both the students and the teachers. Laptops increase students and teachers' technology use, increase student engagement and interest level, and also can increase student achievement. There are some negative things about having laptops in the classroom, but positive things clearly outweigh the negative. In life, there's always pros and cons, but you have to ask yourself, well, do the pros outweigh the cons? And honestly, I think laptops are very beneficial to the students, and if it makes them eager to learn and actually want to go to school, why wouldn't you do this? Now I'm going to show you this little video that just tells how well the teachers and students like this.
Learning's different because it's easier and faster, and it's more fun, and it makes you want to do it more and more instead of just sitting there. My name is Mrs. Law. I teach 5th grade at Sunray Elementary. I really enjoy using the technology in the classroom. I see them much more engaged. I see them more excited about the activities that we do. It also gives me the opportunity to work with small groups of students with either previewing or remediation, so that the other kids are still occupied and they're still working on something that's relevant to the curriculum, but then I'm able to pull the kids that really need the extra help.
It's easier to research stuff, and instead of writing on paper, it's easier to type it in. It's better for us to understand, because in paper it takes forever, and now we can get our work done easier.
We use a lot of different programs and websites. Some of them were programs that the kids have been familiar with before, such as Keynote, Microsoft Word for typing up and general presentations. But we've also been able to expand. We use a program called Edmodo, and it's almost like Facebook for school, where the kids are able to post assignments, they're able to comment on posts that I've made, they're able to upload assignments so that other students can see them and comment on them as well, and have real-time discussions online. We also use Moodle as a resource for the kids to access different websites. Manga High is one of the ones that we're probably the most excited about. It's an online math activity, and we're able to pick the activities based on what skill we're working on.
I hope you can see the benefits of having laptops in the classroom, because like this video shows, the students love it, the teachers love it, and the whole presentation. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope it taught you a lot. Thank you.